G'day everybody, welcome to Edmonds Racing TV, episode 6. Toby Edmonds, Trent Edmonds, here with all the news from the stable. We're back at Green Days Cafe, guys. We've taken this corona thing seriously. We've had our temps checked, washed our hands, but importantly we're back here just having a coffee and supporting the local.
Yeah, I think that's important, you know. Look, we're in for a bit of a tough time. I'd suggest hopefully we can get through. We've been through EI and that took a bit of getting through, but this coronavirus is obviously a bigger issue with human lives at stake, and you know, we've put protocols in place at the stable, so all our staff desanitising and in and out, and making sure they're less contact with the outside public as we can. We've stopped stable visits from owners at the moment. Apologise for that, but we must, you've got to understand that if there's one person gets this, the whole place will be in lockdown. So we need to be keeping up with the protocols and making sure we do our part.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's at work, but also at home, right? Like we're in lockdown there with a little family, just making sure we stay safe and keeping you guys safe. Because the worst thing I'd do is like to bring corona into your setup. So
yeah, good as gold. Thanks, Bruce.
Guys, that's the bad news. Hectic. I hope everyone's keeping safe and staying sound of mind out there. But the good news for the week, guys: 13 runners, 7 winners. You had more winners than you had anything else last week. It was a massive week. Feel pretty good?
Yeah, it's great. Big effort, and I'd just like to thank all of our staff, because I don't think we've 6 weeks in and we haven't as of yet. So thanks for their efforts, and we've got a sizable team with a number of staff, and all of your efforts are very much appreciated. So thank you very much, and it's been a great week. I wish they were all like that. It's not to be all the time, but it made me really proud of everyone's efforts. It's good.
Yeah, it's good, and we're at the Magic Millions Cutest sale, guys, buying up. I think I sent a text out in the morning of the sale saying, guys, with this corona thing, I reckon we might just play it steady and be a bit safe. And Toby texts back, get stuck in, this is a great opportunity. So it was a different mindset.
Do you run and hide from it? I don't think so. I think we're going to get through it. The markets are all topsy-turvy at the moment, but history says that they'll jump back, and there's no better place to test the economies than at a horse sale. The good lots were hard to buy again, and we had to go to a decent number for a nice Piero filly, and was really happy with that actually. We'd like to have got it for a little bit less, but anyway, $120 we paid for it was good buying, I thought, and I thought we bought pretty good.
I think we bought really well. I mean, we came over from the sale with 8, right? So, and I was concerned. I'm a naturally sort of cautious sort of guy. We came over with 8, 6 we bought on ourselves, and I think we've only got pieces left in 3 of them. You know what I mean? Average price of sort of 38,000, so they're really good buying when you consider these horses are running for 79,000 to the winner on a Saturday. Yeah. I just thought they were great buying. Piero filly 120, Toby, talk about that. Like at the end of the day, I just can't see Piero standing for less than 120 next year. You won't be able to breed a Piero for less than what we paid for her, and she's a half to a stakes horse, so I thought she was terrific buying.
Yeah, I sort of come in late. You guys done all the legwork there, and I come in late. I just love the way she walks, very, very alert, and when we stood her up and had a look, she was looking back at the complex there with I really love the way she walked. And obviously our winner last Saturday, Pepe Le Fusa, Piero, he's a 4-year-old now, obviously taking a little while to mature, but geez, he's been good in his last 2, and Piero's such a great sire, and the Cutest fillies bonus is huge. Having a Piero for the next 2 seasons or 3 seasons, is it?
Yeah, well, basically.
They're running for what is it? 80 odd grand to the winner on a Saturday. So people should be jumping into those type of horses pretty quickly.
Yeah, we've got shares in 3 of them left, right? We've got shares in the Piero filly left, the half to the Pines, that filly,
yep,
and the Divine Prophet filly that we picked up with Archer Park. So I think there's only 30% in each of those. Yep. Flying out the door, so big thanks to everyone that's jumped in already. But if you're keen for a slice of the action, I thought we bought really well, particularly the fillies, and if you'd like to get involved, please just give me a yell. We'd love to have you on board. Cool. All right, let's quickly run through our winners. Our week of winners kicked off at Bow Desert last Thursday with Forza. Just a quick recap there.
Yeah, so I thought he was really good. Took good benefit from his first up run, and as we knew he would. He's just taken a while to get into stride. Tricky barrier. I thought Andrew Mallion gave him an absolute 12 out of 10. It was a fantastic ride, and we got the right result. The horse was really strong through the line, and I think stepping him out over further, but just trying to keep him pretty nice and fresh and a good bit of freshness in his legs, and he should win again pretty quickly if we place him basically in a similar type of race.
Yeah,
I think.
so good. First win for the stable in the 2K colours too. So
Yep.
great job since he's got here. Just a quick one on the other winners. Just a quick recap on where they might go next, Tobe. Gold Coast Jewel Day, we had 2 winners. Uzmanov.
Uzmanov goes to the bat out of hell. He'll loves his run spaced. It was a terrific win actually. We didn't sort of think we'd get to where we got to in the run. Like surprised he got outside lead, 3 wide, and he was wanting to hang off on the corner. He can get up on the bit and travel a little bit keen, and possibly on the wrong leg, and he did a good job. I know a couple coming in late, but to get around the corner and then balance up and fight right to the line, I thought he'd done a good job, and I think he was Trent's best bet of the day. So that was.
Forgot to mention
Back in
the old
form.
It was a test run, and you got on the 50 each way, wasn't it?
Yeah,
50 each way.
It had been a quite meagre 2 weeks prior with our best bets, so we bounced back.
Yeah, well done, mate. Good on you. So he goes to the bat out of hell.
They give him first choice.
You thought you won too. You were going up in the mounting out. I saw you when Grey Missile got up, but he didn't get up.
No, he didn't get up. Got no, but Uzmanov goes to the bat out of hell. He's just gone out to the farm for 4 or 5 days or a week just to chill out, and he'll come back in and bounce around, and he'll be competitive in that race. He loves the Gold Coast 900.
Yeah, perfect race from no metro win to open handicap. I love it. Got the job done. Pepe Le Few, one on the day as well. Piero.
Yep, it was simply too good. Done a little bit of work to get across, but once he got across, relaxed beautifully, and horse is in great form. We were sort of a little bit hesitant on track conditions, but he smacked them again, and he's going great. So a little bit of a long range plan with him. There was a Class 6 once again in 3 weeks, which sort of fits the bill with how we've been spacing his runs. Hopefully, he'll have to carry a bit of weight, but hopefully if he was able to knock that off, then we could potentially look at Prime Minister's Cup if he remained in good form. So that's a little bit of a long-range plan, but while the horse is in good form, I suppose you've got to give him a go.
I love it. There's good long-range plans in place for these horses. It's what it's all about, working back from those key targets, isn't it? He's a really exciting horse. I just think the way he's winning, the times he's running, he's got a pedigree to be really good. I'm just really excited about the horse.
Brad Stewart did another good job there. He went on with it. Like most people would have sat back off the leader, and then he just explained after. He said, look, he was just going to go too keen outside the leader, so I let him roll on. He went for another 100 metres, ended up getting to the front. A lot of jockeys would have just sat there and waited and thought, geez, I've done a bit too much work, I might just have to back off a bit, but he was prepared just to go on with it that little bit extra, and then he got a really cheap one between the 800 and the 400, and switch the stick through to the right hand, give him a click up and away he went. He was super.
Yeah, I can agree. I was one of the guys saying, what is he doing here? And anyway, he just kept on kicking.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Can never doubt them guys.
Grafton Indian Dreamer looks like a progressive horse too. I'm talking about horses that we thought we couldn't win on the turn.
Well, we watched it at the sale yard, and I said to you, sort of just outside the furlong, he's not going to figure, is he? And 3 or 4 strides later, he started to motor, really picked up. Nice progressive horse. Once we step him out over further, we'll see the best of him, but it was a good effort first up. Plenty more to come there. Once he switches on, I think he's going to be quite serious. So it's good to take him down there, give him a trip away, give him a kill, and look at something a little bit stronger a little bit later on. Yeah,
and I think you're saying sort of the horse over a bit further. I know he's by Sepoy, but he's got a bit of stamina on his dam side, and you think it's sort of 1,400 metres a mile. He's a 3-year-old, right? So it's an interesting horse.
A mile, possibly even further, but lovely horse going forward.
Yeah, lovely.
He's got a great pedigree, that horse behind him. Bred by a mate of mine, Mark Allardy. We bought him off him at the
Classic sale.
Classic sale a couple of seasons ago, and we paid $100,000 for him. But he's out of the Timberina family.
Got it.
My mate Tony Wildman bought her for a lot of money here at the Magic Million, about $380,000 or something like he paid for her. And that whole family, Valerina, that's a great family. It's one of Ronnie Gilbert's families, I think it is. Client of ours. Well done, Ron.
Absolutely.
We've bought back in.
Very good. All right, and then we went to Doomben Wednesday and got the treble, lads. Got the treble. Nearly could have been the old. What's 4?
Could have got the quaddy.
Yeah, I think we call it that.
excuse my ignorance. Never done it before. I didn't know what it was even called. Four-timer. Cherry, 2-year-old. That was good to see.
It's good to get that out the road. That one, I don't think he was at his best either. Like, he only just fell in, but done a lot of work from that ordinary alley, and you know, Robbie ended up going on with it, drifted back to the inside where it probably wasn't the place to be Wednesday. So all in all, without that win being a big margin, he's been up a long time, and like, we had him going ready, thinking hopefully he's a slipper horse. He's got really good ability, but I think that win was, we got that out the road. Going to spell him now, and he'll come back bigger and better, and you know, charged up and ready to go. You know, we'll miss the winter obviously, but that's fine. Put him through into the spring. We might even take him to Melbourne, as we have done our 3-year-olds the last couple of years, just for a look, and he should bounce off that prep, I think.
Beautiful, named after Bronson Cherry there at the Cronulla Sharks. Good on you, Bronson. I know he watches the show. Did
he get tested for corona?
Huh? He's cool. He's sweet.
He's sweet, mate.
Is he playing this weekend?
I read about it. He's fine.
He'd never get it. Bronson, he's too fit, too fast.
Fit,
Viner's a power. That was a lovely win. Like, great. I mean, Mark Pilkington's been a terrific supporter of the Sable. The guy sent her up first up for you guys, and she went bang, and you guys were pretty confident, I thought, going in too.
Yeah, look, she's won a stack of prize money, but hadn't won since I think it was about August 2018, so hadn't won for a while. That should be a good confidence building win for her. We took her out for a jump out at Bow Desert late last week, and we put her against some fairly well performed horses of ours in that jump out. I thought she performed beautifully, just had a really good gallop. When she drew soft and I seen that there was good speed, I just wanted Bailey to be, who picked up the ride by the way and gave her a great ride, wanted him to be as close as he could without sort of pestering her, and she just jumped into the bridle and jumped fresh. 4-way speed jewel in front. It just eventuated beautifully, and she won with good authority. I think she'll slot right into Saturday racing up here, and it's good that we've got another sort of tried horse in the stable that looks like they're going to progress like that, because it's been a while. We sort of, in our business, that sort of flow has stemmed a bit as far as tried horses, but we basically built our business off the back of getting tried horses from down south and winning a couple of races with them. So she's another one, and she should fit seamlessly into sort of Saturday grade, and who knows, hopefully stakes grade later in the year.
Beautiful, mate. And fisticuffs, you would have got a good kick out of that. Did Tommy on the text, was he?
Yeah, in the morning obviously he was itching to go to the races and he couldn't go because of the shutout or the lockout, whatever you want to call it. But you know, he's on the text thanking all the staff. Unfortunately, he can't bring any. He likes to bring a beer in for the boys actually, but he can't bring that in just yet. But we'll put that on hold for a couple of weeks. Hopefully, he can come back in and have a look at him. But no, it's great. You know. That horse has got super ability. We speak about him most weeks, and did a little bit wrong again in the straight. Wanted to shift in under pressure, but he had him covered a long way out, and he can only improve. And he's a horse that I think as you push him out into the better races, he'll measure up, because he's that type of horse. Forget how he won on Wednesday and who he beat Wednesday. You know, these type of horses with this pedigree, the deeper you throw them in the deep end, or the harder the race, the better they perform.
Got it.
You know, he's like a good junior football. You put him up in the first grade, and they always have a good go. You know, he's
one of those. Level.
Yep.
Yeah, right. That's owned by Tommy Rodonicus and John Singleton, great mates. Well done, guys. And where are we sort of heading towards? Where are you heading with him, Tobe?
Oh, look, he's planned for the Winter Carnival. You know, we'll nominate him for the Stradbroke and all those type of races. Obviously, Gold Coast Guineas is
that's
one of his first targets.
Third up run type of thing, but that's
one of his early targets in the winter. But he'll find his level, and you know, if he's not quite up to that, we can come back and grade us. So it's no stress.
Beautiful. All right, we did have some beaten runners, 6 of them through the week as well. Just quickly, either good, had excuses, or disappointing. Batama.
Did a good job. You know, struggling to find a bit of form.
We're going quick.
Oh, we're going quick. It was okay.
There's no okay.
I thought you wanted a complete rundown.
Retiring.
Grey Missile.
Super.
Lot's Wife.
Good.
Kasarina Star.
Good.
Great Keppel.
Unlucky.
Mate, Ryan,
Still looking.
please. Ryan Maloney. Go and talk to Darren Beeban and Mick Dittman.
Oh, what's he meant to do?
Enough,
He can't park
mate.
the Red
Get on the
Sea.
phone,
There's
son. He's
starting
where
the
was he
rant
to
already.
Get on the
Enough,
phone, son,
please.
and get a bit of coaching and it'll do the world of good. Mate.
Wow.
You can't part the Red Sea, mate. Everything was in front of him. He couldn't get out. You just can't get out.
I'm with you,
Mate,
Bruce.
Mick Dittman and Darren Beeban would have got out. They went straight over the top.
Followed by my
I don't care. Well, I don't care. I'd rather see him get suspended than sit there hoping, you know.
Yeah, well, alligator buttons in the paddock anyway. He doesn't. He'd take a couple of suspension.
Anyway, I've had a chat to Ryan about it. He's going to sort it out.
Moving right along.
Good on you, right? Alrighty, preview the weekend runners, lads. You found winners last week for us. Great missile, by the way, so close and making it a good old double. We're going to preview the runners. Eagle Farm, good 4 there tomorrow. We're going to.
I reckon it'll be pretty firm tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, you're a good 4.
There we go, Mick. How much irrigation this way, Mick? This week, Mick.
We'll see how we go. Race 6, cutest 3-year-old handicap, 1,000 metres. You got 2 in here. Oriental Girl and Medelka. Firstly, they're both running.
Yeah.
Both running? Alrighty, very interesting race. This is a tough race, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's good 3-year-olds in here. Looks like a lot of pace on. Market has ours both at about $12 shots. Interesting runner, number 5. First start for your stable, Oriental Girl. Barrier 3, Michael Hellier, come down from Cairns. Won her last start by 5 up there. She has won 6 starts from 13, all 6 starts of the 1,000 metres, so she loves the distance. Guys, she's going to measure up in the big smoke.
Well, look, it's Tom Headley's horse, the owner of Grey Missile and Tyzone. Just sent him down to us for that reason, to try and get a city win out of her. I think just 3-year-olds don't beat those older horses that easily, no matter where you are. And she smashed him again the other day, and it can run a bit. So. And it's pretty fit, I can tell you. So
wound up and ready to go.
We'll leave nothing out there. I can drawn awkward. That's all. So
to be fair, the guys don't send them down if they've got ability, right? They've got it right, haven't they?
Yeah. So we're hoping more than confident, but the barrier's a big thing there tomorrow.
So we'll learn a lot about her from tomorrow.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, Medelka. Barrier 2, Robbie Frad. She's won her last 2, she's unbeaten to date. Drawn soft, steps up in grade. Again, question mark, on measuring up again, I suppose, guys. Frad rode her at her first win at Moolumbar. Yeah. Just quickly on that, do you like sticking with jockeys if they've ridden before, or does it not matter?
Yeah, we like that. We're sort of, especially they're riding well. Robbie's riding winners. I like Robbie's. He's light and can ride any weight, so it makes a big difference. But this filly, progressive, she had a couple of runs in and been in a little while, so I just want to be mindful that we're getting towards the end of the prep, so we're closer to the end than closer to the beginning. So, but Ali's a big help tomorrow. Good speed, and I've always, a couple of times we trialled her early. Jeff rode her and rode her. She bombed the start the first time, rode her back, and she really got home good. And I wanted to bring her back in distance a little bit because she's a little bit of an aggressive going filly, and give her that chance to finish off. I think she can. I think she can measure up. Works good, so she looks good, so she'll be in the finish somewhere.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, very good. Race 7 is the cutest 3-year-old over a mile. We have Beach Break in there, number 7, obviously a last start winner. She broke her maiden very impressively actually at midweek metro level. Drawn 11, Bailey Nothdurft running.
Yep, she's running for sure. Gets back in any case, but big track at Eagle Farm should be suitable, I'd have to say. Yet again, it's a step up. She took a while to win a maiden, but she couldn't have been any more impressive, and I think she's got enough ability. She's got a good pedigree behind her to take that step up. Just going to need a little bit of luck to hopefully track something into the race, peel off their back and let rip. There's not much meat left on the bone. She's sort of lightly framed, so I think whatever she does Saturday, it'll tell us a lot about her. If she comes out and runs a blinder, wouldn't even mind putting her away and then just letting her furnish a bit further. Nice filly going forward, I think, and as I mentioned, Saturday will tell us a stack more about her.
Just quickly, the favourite in that race is a horse called Star of Michelin, who's running behind Baroda. Mm-hmm. That's a sort of form line. How do you line Baroda and Beach Break up?
Baroda's a bit more bring it than Beach Break, but bear in mind we're going out to a mile, and all our advice, when the way she's racing, she's looking for the mile. And I suppose we're as Trent said, there's not much left in this preparation with her. But you know, you're 3 once, and there's a 3-year-old fillies race coming up in a few weeks' time. It's of stakes level. She's got a really good pedigree. She's a really dear filly this. So if we can keep her up for that next run. We get
like
a guide
gold
off it.
bracelet or whatever.
No, it's the Princess Stakes. It's a mile over at Eagle Farm again, I think. So, but look, you know, that's the beauty of having the farm. You know, she doesn't take much training. She goes out there and has a bum around the paddock for a week and a half, comes back in, has a tidy up gallop, and she's fit. You know,
ready to go.
And she'll be finishing hard.
Yeah, I think breeders watching this will love hearing that you guys are thinking about that black type for a filly like that. You know, I mean, that's so important.
Well, that's why they're here, you know, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to do it for a number of years now. So hopefully we can do it for this one too.
Do it again. Good on you guys. Race 9, Class 6 plate, 1200 metres. Number 15 is TARDIS. Still needs one more scratching to get in, I think. Ryan Maloney up, drawn barrier 1. So. She should get a nice soft run. Second up, she's 3 starts, 1 winner place. At the distance, she's won 6. She's actually very consistent at the distance. 16 runs at the distance for 4 wins, 4 seconds, 4 thirds. Very, very rare she runs a bad one. Should run well again Saturday.
Yeah, you'd think so. She's it's an extremely competitive field again, but barrier 1 should be right there. If she's not third the fence, she might be another pair back. They should scoot along, so it's going to give her a chance to get off the fence and get down the middle of the track, and she'll race well again in what looks to be a pretty competitive race. And that second up record of hers is pretty good, and she generally does take that one run, as we said a couple of weeks ago when she ran, and then she bounced into that second and third up at her best. So look for her late, especially if they cook themselves in front. She'll be hitting the line hard.
All right, beautiful. We're going to run through the provincials in a different way this week, guys. We're going to fly through them.
Yep.
So we're going to have three things. You're either going to have a win bet, each way bet, or place at best. All right. So we've got the Gold Coast Saturday, race 1, Loving Miss.
Win.
I think she can win. Yep, she's going.
Race 3, Rumbarella.
Win.
Confident. Yeah.
Each way.
It's unlucky at Grafton the other day.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. No, he should be primed up to 1800.
Broken Windows, race 4, maiden 1200.
Big chance, improves again. Hopefully gets the right run and can win.
Win.
Each way.
Wookie, race 7.
Drawn horribly.
Bad barrow.
Don't know if we're going to run just yet.
All right.
But each way if we run.
Yeah.
All right, race 8, Class 1, 1400 metres, 3 in here. Groupthink, Filters, Numeria. Groupthink first.
Need the run.
Filters.
Yeah. She'll need the run also, 2,000 metre filly.
Numeria.
As well, same.
Okay, so place best on all those.
Yep.
All right, quickly running through Friday tonight. Got some interesting runners. Race 3, Bafana.
Win.
Shopping Paradise.
Each way tonight for further.
Paliki.
Each way chance.
Monday, Murwillumbah. Race 5, She's a Boss.
Win.
Yeah.
Race 6, Broken Windows.
He's running Saturday.
He's going to run Saturday.
You're going to win twice.
Take him out. Vivid Fortress.
Vivid Fortress may run next Wednesday, so we'll just wait on her.
Okay, and then race 7, Wookie, but it's drawn terribly there too, 15.
Scratching.
Don't run her there.
No.
Alrighty, we're going to move on to the Sports Bet Charity Bet of the Week. Instead of having Clint's number on the bottom here, we're going to actually introduce him live in person, and he's going to take over the reins, guys. Welcome, Mr. Clinton Shipsey.
G'day guys, Clint Chipsey here from Sportsbet, and we're going to add a little bit of excitement to the show this morning with Sportsbet's tipping for charity. So you guys have obviously been having your best bet each week on the segment, and you've been going all right. There's been a couple of good wins there and a couple of losses, but that's fine. So what we're going to do this week, we're going to give you each $100 to put on your weekend's best bet through Sportsbet. It's going to be on the top tote, so we'll be paying the best out of the 3 totes for you boys. And we're going to run this competition up until the end of the Winter Carnival, so it'll be the Sunshine Coast Guineas on the 27th of June. So we've got a long time here, and the best tipster who wins the most amount of money will be donating that. Sportsbet will donate that to a charity of your choice. So Sportsbet's tipping for charity, guys. So Trent, we'll start with you, mate. What charity will you be donating your winnings to come July 1st?
Motor Neurone Disease Australia. Yeah, so we've sort of had a couple of people that we know succumb to the illness, and it's a terrible illness. So that'd be me.
Okay, great. So the motor neurone disease there for charity for Trent. And your best bet, mate, for the weekend?
I'm going to go Loving Miss. I thought she was really good first up. Chased down what appears to be a fairly smart filly and really hit the line hard over the 1,000. Goes to 1,100 tomorrow, and I think that'll suit pretty well. She's drawn soft at home, so I'm going to go her.
There we go, punters. So that's race 1, I believe, number 9, Loving Miss for Trent. And Toby, mate, your charity of choice?
My charity is Bravehearts. We've followed that charity now for quite a while. When we lived in Sydney, we done a couple of functions with, went to a couple of functions with Hetty Johnson's the head of that whole cause, and it's a great cause. And anyone should be donating to that cause if they can. But yeah, so Bravehearts is for me.
Excellent. And my mother's done some work with Bravehearts and with Hetty Johnson as well. So shout out to Mum, and it's a great charity. So I'm glad you've picked that one.
Yeah.
Toby. So mate, we'll go into your best bet for the weekend now. Who's your pick?
Mine comes tonight. It's Bafana. She's drawn horribly, but nice filly. Trialled super over here the other day, owned by a couple of great stable clients, 2K thoroughbreds. Mick Dittman's in the ownership of this one, as long as Clive McCurr. So hope you don't mind me tipping her, but she's my best bet tonight.
Bafana. So that's race 3 at the Sunshine Coast tonight.
Race 3.
What number is Bafana, guys? No, we don't know. I think she's number. We'll scrap that. Oh, good. Yeah. So top tip for Toby is Bafana at the Sunshine Coast tonight. So again, guys, Sportsbet's tipping for charity. We hope you both have some success, and come the end of the Winter Carnival, let's hope that there's a bucket load of cash that we can donate to your charity of choice.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
Anything else to add, guys, on that?
No. Thanks for that. And it's a great thing for Sportsbet to do something like this for a couple of charities that we're passionate about, and hopefully you're right. We can tip a winner and back a winner for them, and as you say, get a bucket load of cash to them.
Good stuff. Well, thanks, guys. As always, gamble responsibly, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Cheers.